Hello dear students, today we are going to start chapter 5, that is industry. This class will be part 2 of the same chapter. So let's start our class. Dear students, in today's class we will cover this topic like important factor for establishment of industry, major industries of India, location of major industries on Indian map, some major industries, and then we will discuss some important industry of the world like iron and steel industry, cotton textile industry, information technology industry, industrial pollution, and some preventive measures for industrial pollution. So let's start our class. So now we will discuss what are the factors needed for establishment of industry. So students, these are 8 factors that are needed for establishment of an industry. So first we will start our discussion with the raw material. Raw material are the material with the help of which you can change. Industry is a place where raw materials can be changed into final product, but raw material is very important. Let me take your example. Let me give you an example actually. For example, you want to make a cup of tea. So mainly just to make a cup of tea, what are the raw materials you will need for that? You will need milk for that. You will need tea for that, that is tea leaf is there, and you will need sugar for that. So mainly these 3 things will act as a raw material just to give the final product in a form of a cup of tea. So normally if raw material is not available from where you will exchange that thing in the final product. So raw material is very important. Next, you are having efficient transport network. Why efficient transport network? See, transport is very important whenever an industry is established, because it is a good transport system only that will supply you good raw material, as well as this, with the help of this good transport system only you can supply your final products to the consumer, to the marketplace. So this efficient transport network is also very important. Next, we are having banking and credit facilities and government policies. So as we had discussed in our previous class, that industry play an important role for the development of the society also. This is the reason why government has started some policies for industries, and this is in favorable condition for industrialists also. So this can be a good factor for establishment. Next, we are having labor. Industries also need labor in a very cheap, you can say abundant quantity of labor at a very low price. So mainly labor is also important, because whatever the things, some procedure in whatever the procedure of industry is there, or in industry is there, some things or some steps cannot be done with the help of machine only. For that you will need human resources, and this is the reason why labor is important. Next, capital. Capital is very important just to invest in industry, because for industry, just to run industry in a proper way, these things are very important, like raw material, good transport system, then labor, availability of water, and the most important thing, power and fuel. So from where you are going to pay for all these things? For these things you must have a huge amount of money, that is in form of a capital. Next, availability of water. Availability of water means whenever an industry is going to be set up in any locality, this is also a very good factor. But nowadays the main important factor for availability of water is there, that whenever an industry is going to be set up, people think that industry must be set up on the bank of some water bodies. You can say on the bank of river. You can take example of our river Ganga. Why I am saying so? Because whenever these industries used to make something like whatever the product is being manufactured in industry, whatever the waste disposal is there, that is being disposed, or that is being you can say disposed in river water only. And this is the main reason why our holy river, that is Ganga river, is known as the most polluted river in the world. So water is very important, as it can also help for cleaning of raw material, or it sometimes it also act as a coolant for heavy machineries. So water is the next most important factor for establishment of an industry. And next, our the most important term is there, that is power and fuel, with the help of which heavy machineries can be run properly, with the help of which your industry can run properly. So normally power and fuel mean whatever the location of your industry is there must be good supply of electricity. Because of these terms, because of this factor only, an industry can run in a proper way, in a very smooth way. So these were some factors that are very important for establishment of industry. And here is a list of some major industries of the world: iron and steel industry, shipbuilding industry, information technology industry, sugar industry, fishing industry, cotton textile industry, automobile industry. Now please have a look on this map. This is a map of India that is showing that what are the location of different major industries of the world. Here you can see, as this map is locating industries related to the cotton, jute, silk, sugar, wool, national capital and town. So let's discuss some important industries of the world. The first one is iron and steel industry. The iron and steel industries are the most important industries in India. Steel is called the backbone of the modern industry because almost everything we use either made up of steel or has been made with the machinery or tools made out of steel. The steel industry is basically the feeder industry whose products are the raw material, or whose product act as a raw material for other industry. In India, Jamshedpur, Durgapur, Bokaro and Bhilai are some major steel producing places. And here we are having cotton textile industry. First, before starting this topic, let me tell you the meaning of textile. The term textile derived from the Latin word texture, which means to weave. So the cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industries in the world. In 18th century, power looms facilitated the development of cotton textile industry, first in Great Britain and later in other parts of the world. Today, India, China, Japan and USA are some important producers of cotton textile. India has a glorious tradition of producing good quality of textile. And now we are having information technology industry. The IT industry, that is information technology industry, involves the development and the use of system for storing and retrieving and sending information. In India, it has been able to earn foreign exchange for our country as well. In India, the growth of IT industry began in Bangalore, known as the information technology capital of India. The other leading countries for IT industry are China, Russia, Japan, and Silicon Valley, that is considered as the birthplace of IT industry. Here's a picture of this. And now we will discuss about industrial pollution. Industries are responsible for the degradation of the environment by contributing to air, water and soil pollution. Here are some effects of industrial pollution. So mainly the first one is, it causes acid rain. Sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, dust and smoke emitted by thermal power plants, oil refineries, paper plant, or you can say paper industry, pollute the air and increase in temperature, and that is why sometimes it causes acid rain. Our next cause is, it also causes water pollution. So whatever toxic influence, heavy metals that are released into water bodies, that is from petroleum refineries and factories, So these things is not only polluting water only, but it is also polluting underground water. Next, it is causing soil pollution, and the last one is there. It also causing noise pollution. So how it is become a reason of noise pollution? So unwanted noise that is coming from factories that may lead to hearing impairment, and this is the reason how it became a major cause of noise pollution. So let's proceed to our next topic, that is mitigation measures of industrial pollution. Smoke can be reduced if oil and gas is used instead of coal in factories. These are some measures that can be used just to stop industrial pollution, like wastewater that is disposed directly into the river water bodies or water bodies that should be treated properly before releasing them into the water bodies. Biodegradable wastes may be recycled to produce compost for the plant. Generator may be filled with silencer to stop noise pollution, and the major way or a major step that should be taken to stop this industrial pollution is to follow 3R strategy, that is recycle, reuse and reduce. And here's the activity for you. What are the sources of pollution in your area? Find out if there any an industry situated there in your area. Then you should find out that what is the reason of what are the causes of pollution in your locality. That which industry is known as emerging industry. And what do you mean by the term textile? Name any 5 sugar industries of India. And in last, when and where the first cotton textile mills were established in India. This answer you will have to give in Google Classroom. So that's all for today. Thank you.